Hey guys, back at the round table. We actually have voice Nick Roan, then you have myself, and then we also have Nedra. And we're actually going to be talking about today's book from the Book Expo. We actually gotten to talk to, me and Papa T gotten to talk to Sunny. She's actually the author of this book called Mafia Mother-in-Law. And this is actually about the fact of her son having to be married to the granddaughter of the mobster. That's pretty intense when you think about it. And it took her quite some time to be able to write this book, because the fact that she had to go through a lot of issues between her and the family to be able to release this book. So, and here we're going to actually talk a little bit about this book. Any thoughts to anyone?
When was the time frame that the book was written for?
She actually started about 12 years ago.
So her son married in the 70s or 80s, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, gives us an idea.
Yep. It talks about her being a single mother, having to raise her children on her own, and then having to find out that her son is engaged to a lovely woman who happened to be the granddaughter of the head of the mafia. Yeah,
very interesting.
Yeah, like I said, very intense here. And we also have this book right here that we mentioned earlier. We had Bethany here on the show as well, and now we have her mother, and it's called Traces of My Heart. And we think that this is a excellent book to inspire those, and also relate to those who actually may feel certain ways about life and love and relationships. And when I actually read a few of them. And I thought that there's some things that I can actually relate to that I've gone through with relationships. How about you, Rick?
Well, everybody has, I guess. And it's probably better therapy to write about it and express about it than to go out and damage your ex's car or or be a stalker or something like that. But it's definitely a go. It's got a great bunch of small stories.
Okay. And Nedra?
Oh, I'm absolutely inspired. I like the idea of expression of thought, and especially when it comes down to love and relationships, and getting past hurt, disappointment, and upset, and like he said, instead of going out keying someone's car or writing lipstick on somebody's window or something like that, it's better to put it in expression where you can actually write it poetically or lyrically for music, and it's therapy.
Yeah, and there was one actually back here that like I mentioned before, that I actually liked when I first started reading it, and it actually started to become like a song in my head as I was reading it. So, but yeah, you're right. I mean, there's a lot of ways to be able to deal with it, but most people like to deal with it, and as you said, as in having to take action. And sometimes I think that's not a good idea. I mean, you're just making it worse for yourself. But anyway, you guys give this book we're gonna actually do no-go, so...
No, it's a go.
Is a go?
Yep.
It's a go.
She's slightly biased.
Well, okay, just to be sure. Yep. You definitely give it a go?
I absolutely give it a go, and I'll tell you why also. You see the size of this book? It's very simple. It's not lengthy, it's not drawn out, it's not dragged out. It gets to the point.
Yes.
And that's what I like about it.
And I do as well. And we know how that is with Rick with no-goes, but
the king of no-goes.
Yes. But we know that I can be somewhat in the middle, so I'm always the queen of being in the middle as of today. So, but and for Mafia Mother-in-Law, you give it a go?
Well, I haven't even really taken a look at that, but it sounds like something that I'm interested in. I usually read things of historical perspective. I like to read about history and stuff, and this is definitely a part of our history that it sounds like it would be an interesting read.
I think it would be a go because I've had an opportunity to read other books that had information about the mafia.